From the Detroit Free Press in the heart of the Motor City, it's Monday, March 16th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services have confirmed 53 cases of the coronavirus. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer closed all K-12 schools, and President Trump declared a national emergency. Government officials are on high alert, but how are people really feeling about the outbreak?
Man, I'm not really concerned with it. I feel like it's just another pandemic for everybody to worry about.
I certainly want to try to support local businesses because I know that a lot of people here are hurting, but it's certainly this kind of struggle between, want to be a good patron, but at the same time want to try to keep everyone safe.
I ain't scared of nothing, dog. You don't know if you're going to die the next day or die in your car, so I live it to the fullest, like if I die every day.
I think this is being hyped up a little bit too much. I think everybody should be washing their hands anyways. I think it's being taken way out of proportion.
Are you taking any precautions at all to prevent spread? I'm gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna freak out, But, yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to stay in, not for my own health, but for other people's health.
For the latest updates on the coronavirus in Michigan, visit www.freep.com.
I'm Elisha Anderson, a reporter for the Detroit Free Press. Usually I write about other people. Recently, though, I wrote about myself. Earlier this month, I was at a journalism conference in New Orleans with hundreds of others. When it was over, an attendee tested positive for coronavirus. My company immediately asked me to self-quarantine. I have no symptoms like cough, fever, or shortness of breath. Still, I'm keeping my distance from other people. It's a precautionary measure until I clear the 14-day mark of last possible exposure. For me, this means working from home. I've gotten groceries shipped to my house, and I've started using technology in a different way. A video conference called Zoom helped me celebrate my birthday online with friends last week. Amazon Prime delivered Whole Foods groceries to my porch, and a service called Shipt helped me get food and household items with no direct person-to-person contact. Here's how it works. A Shipt shopper picks up items you order from stores like CVS, Meijer, Petco, and Target, then delivers to your home during a prearranged window of time. It costs $14 a month or $99 a year. I may be one of the first rounds of people to undergo this lifestyle change in Michigan, but I will have lots of company as residents self-distance to try to slow the spread of the disease.
Hi, I'm Bill Leitner, staff writer at the Detroit Free Press, with a tease for my new story. Actually, two stories, both about things you see every day, landmarks. Many landmarks are just familiar sights, but some are special, like magnificent old churches, or historic houses, or in suburban Detroit, the Royal Oak War Memorial. When landmarks like these move, it can change our world. Royal Oak's War Memorial is about to move, to fit better in a new park. It'll go only 40 feet, but the move is upsetting to some military veterans and others. Still, Metro Detroit has seen plenty of landmarks move, like the Gem Theater, moving for the construction of Comerica Park. Once people get used to a new spot for an old landmark, they seem to like it all over again. See my stories, including a list of landmarks that moved, at www.freep.com.
This is Neeraj Wariku of the Detroit Free Press with some news about how the coronavirus is affecting houses of worship. Across Michigan, churches, mosques, synagogues, and other religious centers are shutting down services amid growing concern about the spread of the coronavirus. With now 25 confirmed coronavirus cases in the state, leaders with religious institutions say it makes sense to suspend services for now. The Catholic Archdiocese of Detroit said it's suspending all masses until April 6th. The largest evangelical Protestant church in Metro Detroit, Kensington, which averages 12,000 in a weekly attendance at 6 locations, has suspended its Sunday services. Muslim and Jewish communities are also halting services. From prominent mosques in Dearborn, to synagogues in Oakland County. Faith leaders say it's a necessary move to protect the welfare of their worshipers, which is keeping in line with the tenets of their beliefs.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department. The coronavirus has impacted every part of our lives, and sports has been no exception. Here in Michigan, confirmed cases seem to be increasing by the day, and on Saturday we learned the Pistons have also been affected. Christian Wood, who is in the middle of a career year, has tested positive for COVID-19. The 6'10", 24-year-old reportedly suffered from flu-like symptoms on Wednesday morning. He did, however, play in that night's game in Philadelphia. It was that night that Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert was confirmed to have tested positive for the virus. That diagnosis was the tipping point for shutting down practically all of major American sports. Wood scored 30 points last Saturday night against the Jazz at Little Caesars Arena and was guarded by Gobert for most of the night. As of Sunday afternoon, no other Pistons have been reported to have tested positive for the novel coronavirus.
Do you like what you're hearing in our news briefing? Let us know, whether it's a question, comment, or something you just want to hear. You can share your opinion by emailing us at voice@freep.com. That's voice@freep.com. See you tomorrow.